as soon as the new month came around, there were lots of new fish showing up. And the most exciting one was sharks. It's like a whole month-long shark week. And so I got kind of hyped about that when I saw my first one, pretty much first thing in the morning. Like right away, I was like, oh my god, sharks already? And so this was my big first chance at a shark, and I got a little too nervous, too excited. But there's always more. There's always another chance. There's a lot. This was like no time later. I got my second chance at a shark. It turns out the fishing actually, I don't like it. It makes me nervous. I really don't like it a lot. It makes me very, very nervous the whole time. You're supposed to cast your lure like right as close as you can to in front of the fish, and you'll get these in the ponds. They're just so uncooperative. Every time it looks like you're getting a decent cast sort of in front of them, they'll move, they'll turn around the other way, like they're doing it on purpose. That's really quite frustrating. I don't know what to do about that. Sometimes I do catch something. It's not always a failure. In this case, it's an empty can. And I'm not disappointed with that. I actually have a lot of use for the trash objects. So that's cool with me. A can or a boot, that'll make me smile. And besides, there's always more fish to try for. Not always to catch, you know, but to try for. And sometimes I'll cast and it's not good. It's a little off to the one side or the other, and so I'll want to try again. But right here in this moment, you'll see this fish. Just when I whip it out there, that's when he was gonna go for it. And so that's enough for him. And then I got another chance at a shark. Didn't go any better than any of the others, but I mean, at least they're still showing up. You know, this is a few days after the start of the month, and there's still sharks pretty regularly. Now they can nibble on your line up to 5 times before they'll actually have to strike. And so with each little nibble, they're narrowing down the odds that they're gonna strike. And so I get more anxious with each nibble. And there I made it to 4. So it means that the next nibble would have been definitely a bite. So I got really close on that one. The little fish make me especially nervous because of how fast they come at the line. They move quicker. They've got a much quicker, back and forth. And that makes me much more twitchy. I'll tell myself before I even cast the line, I'm like, not until the splash. I'll pull my thumb completely away from the button, like 1 inch or 2 inches, I don't know. But somehow, when those little fish start wiggling toward that line, my thumb travels the whole distance and smacks that button anyway. I'm really trying to restrain myself, and it's just no good. I get so tense. And then the sharks and the coelacanths, the special valuable fish, they only give you like a fraction of a second once they strike, and then they're gone. It's not normal, and so knowing that makes me much more nervous, more likely to not, succeed. Here I found a completely new way to mess this up. I didn't even know this was possible, but the waterfall carries my lure right down, and that fish had enough of it. He was not interested at that point. I actually try to avoid fishing. I'll do things, popping balloons and whatnot, just minding my own business, doing all kinds of other things. But then I'll see that shadow over there, and I'm like, that could be, what is that doing over there? It could be a Dorado or something. An Arapaima, maybe. I'll never know what that was. But it could have been something really good. It seems like it was because of how fast it escaped. And once I figured out the thing with the waterfall, I tried to use it here to my advantage. I couldn't get a good angle from up here, so I threw at the edge of the waterfall, and it did line up pretty good with the fish there. I didn't end up with a fish, but it was a solid cast, all things considered. I tend to take a moment sometimes after those fish get away, and I just kind of, stew in my rage a little bit and sigh. Think about how much I really just hate the fishing. It's not, the other Animal Crossings have not been like that for me. I've always really enjoyed the fishing, and I don't know what's different now, or if maybe it's just me. Here I was just trying to, shake my trees, daily routine kind of stuff, and I thought, that fish, he's pretty big. He could be something. He probably was, because you see how fast again. It was a strike, and then he was gone. So I'm pretty sure that was something good. Whenever possible, if I see a fish close to a bridge, that's extra enticing to me. I don't know, it feels quaint or something for me to cast from a bridge, and so, at least I can enjoy that aspect of it. Here's Ozzy chilling out. I thought, boy, if I could catch a shark in front of him, he would probably be really impressed. I wonder, now that what was on his mind there. It didn't really seem like he had much to say. And so it goes. On and on. More of the same. Yeah. Now here it looks like Avery was trying to catch one, and I was like, I'm not going to let him just have that satisfaction. Not Avery. So I did catch it. Felt pretty good about that. And then I thought, since he was trying to catch it, maybe I should just give it to him. And he was genuinely insulted by my gift. And so, at least in the end, it was all worthwhile.